Hey, it's your old pal Mason, and I am joined by Joe of the band Dead. Joe, how you doing, man?
What's up, dude? I'm freaking great, man. Really
Oh,
good.
good,
How about
good.
you?
Thanks for excellent. Thanks for
Hell yeah.
remembering it's radio and censoring a bit. Uh, wait till after the first couple minutes till we let the f bombs fly.
For sure. Had to ease our
Uh,
way into this.
hell yeah, dude. I'll tell you, I thought it was great when I saw new music was released. We had a tune or two from you back in the day, about 2017, something like that. Maybe we've had it in a rotation here for a while, and yeah, this new one though, just really dig this tune. Purpose, be myself,
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Um,
and
sorry, something happened back here. No, I appreciate it so much.
are you hanging at home? I know you got a big tour coming up.
No, I'm out in Nashville at like an Airbnb right now. The tour starts Friday at Louder Than Life. Like the album comes out that day too, and Louder Than Life and stuff. And then we go into a big tour with the Black Mass tour, In This Moment, Dayseeker, and the Funeral Portrait. So it's super sick.
Oh, dude, that is awesome. I saw it's a month from today, the 16th, you're gonna be at Vibrant Music Hall in Waukee, which
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
not too far from us. Just went to that venue for the first time this past Saturday. Saw Mudvayne and Static X there.
Sick. How was the show, man?
Dude, it was great. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, like, yeah, it's perfectly set up for that style of music. They've been having a lot of the heavier bands like you guys in there, so
yeah. I
I think
love
you'll have
that,
a
man.
hell of a time.
Yeah, Chad's on the new record. He's on the second track on the record. Chad got down on a song with us, so super rad.
Oh, dude, that is awesome.
Yeah,
That's very cool.
yeah,
How was it working with him? I mean, were you a fan when you met him? Because I mean,
yeah.
how
Well,
could you not be?
I met him in one of my older bands, and he produced our record at that time. Actually, my older band called Man Made Machine, like back 2011. And so he lived in Phoenix, and that's where I was from. So we just became good friends. Like knowing him, I did some vocals on a Hell Yeah record, like Drink Drank Drunk. I did that with him, and some backup, like the gang vocals. I was doing that. So anyway, just been friends for forever. And finally, we were hanging in Vegas, like over the past couple of years while we were, working on this record and just having a fun conversation. Like we should do something, whatever. And then I was like, dude, yeah, let's just do something really heavy. So like the song he got on is like super heavy, kind of Sepultura vibes almost. And so yeah, I'm stoked on it, man. It turned out really cool, and I'm so happy for him and Mudvayne and releasing new music, and it's so good. And just really like as a fan too, because I remember the first time I heard LD50, like, you don't remember hearing every record for the first time, like where you were. But that one, for whatever reason, it's in my brain. I remember hearing it and being so in love with it. And so to become friends with that person is really cool. And then to have them, respect you and appreciate what you do is like one of the best things as an artist.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah, man, that's awesome. And I mean, I love that hell yeah tune. I mean, everything they put out's great too. But
Hell yeah, it was, dude. Absolutely. No pun intended.
that new album you're talking about out Friday called Resent.
Yeah.
Uh, how many tracks you got on that?
There are, I believe it's 12 songs.
Nice. So
Yeah.
good full length record, and it looks like you guys had kind of a break there for a while, huh?
We did. So we did the first record, like you were saying, 2017. And then we did put out another record, but it was like right at the tail end of the pandemic and stuff. We had the song Kill Beautiful Things that did pretty well, it seemed like. But then we kind of just fell into this whole hole of like behind the scenes industry kind of nightmare stuff that happens sometimes to people. And so after all that, like we were just trying to get out of that forever. There was all legal stuff that we had nothing to do with. And so we were just recording songs. We built our own studio in Phoenix, and just try to just trudge on and just keep our heads down and just keep walking, kind of through the crap storm of what it was. And and all that. Then as we got to the other side of it, all that work and everything we did over that time where you didn't know if it was even going to be worth anything, we were very prepared to come on the other side now. So we got a whole new team, everything, new record. We ended up doing the whole record ourselves, really. And we just had it, sent off and mixed with Zach Jones, who's super sick and a lot of stuff. I don't know, all kinds of things. And And so, you know, then we got the new deal with UNFD, who've been amazing. And it feels like everything kind of came back together. And this is like our reintroduction to the world after, you know, 2.5, 3 years and in the pandemic and all that stuff, you know, just kind of coming back swinging.
So it's like taking that time off. You feel like with that time, it's probably less compromise for you, wasn't it? Like, I mean, you got to do things more your way.
Yeah, that was something I've been kind of saying. You know, I think like it's kind of cool. It's like back to the beginning of before, you know, when we were just doing the band for fun before we were even like on the radar or getting managers or record deals or any of that stuff. You know, it was like we are just doing it for fun at home, like, you know, in a studio and just like making ourselves happy. Like that was why we started the band, was just to be heavy. It was like the first band I was in that I remember when we started it. It was like there was no thought of like, all right, let's be like, how are we going to be successful? Like I didn't think about that. The success was like, let's just be heavy and go play at like this club and it'll be really fun for us and our friends. And that was really the reason that we started it. And so I think this time around, as we were doing it over these past 2, almost 3 years, we didn't even know if we were going to get out of our deal and be able to be a band anymore or any of that kind of stuff. Like we were just like, let's just make music that we like, and it's you know, it's therapeutic and it's fun to be in a room with my friends making music, sending music back and forth, whatever it is. And so I think it really kind of got us back to that square one beginning of the band type of mentality, which is kind of a gift, you know, in a way. And I think it shines through in the music, and it kind of made us just take a step back and just get really unfiltered, because there's no producer, you know, as much as amazing as it was the first record we did with John Feldman, who's, you know, singer of Goldfinger and who's done so many great records and somebody that I've looked up to my whole life. And he was the one that really brought us in. And then the second record with Kevin Churko, who's like arguably one of the biggest in, you know, hard rock and metal, you know, done Disturbed, Papa Roach, In This Moment, everybody. You know, so there was always like a producer in the room with us. And so this time it was just like just us. But I feel like we really utilized the things we learned from those, you know, mastermind geniuses of producing. And I think we utilized that and, you know, did what they would have, maybe we knew what they would have said and we did it anyway, you know. So I don't know, but it was really cool doing it ourselves.
Probably seemed like some pressure was off then too, you know, like, you
Yeah,
know, like you work better when the boss isn't standing over your shoulder.
totally, man. Like I said, it's like a fantasy like Rob Dyrdek Fantasy Factory, you know, just us just hanging out, just like, you know, being dudes, just like, yo, this is cool, this is not cool, like let's have fun, why don't you try that, you know, try that, whatever it is. And really like no rules, and really like just really fun. Like I had a lot of fun with writing the songs with the guys, and I was really proud of all of them, the way they pushed themselves and some of the things they came up with. I was really proud of them as friends, as people, as musicians. The whole thing was really a lot of love between us, I think.
Very cool. And speaking of fun, how much fun do you have making music videos?
Music videos, I do have fun with them, man. Again, it's just like a hang, you know. And we usually just try to make them kind of crazy and kind of chaotic and just like get wild with it. So yeah, I like music videos.
I love the new one, the like the video yeah, just the feel of it and the video effects that you have on it. It
Yeah,
brings it an old school vibe, you know?
totally. We did it with Tony Aguilera, who's awesome. We've known him for forever. He was the drummer for The Word Alive back in the day when we were all like growing up and stuff. And he's gone on to do a lot of really cool video photography stuff. And so like we were using like old like late 90s, early 2000s video camera, handheld video cameras, and he would like shoot them through like old TVs, and then they would like, I don't even know how he was doing it, but it was like all this crazy stuff, man. And I got a bunch of behind the scenes stuff. We're gonna have to release like a behind the scenes video to show everybody how it was, because it was really weird. It was really cool, like really artistic and experimental.
Well, dude, that's awesome because I mean, most of the time you figure it's just computer filters after the fact, and
For
you
sure.
know,
This is
the fact,
authentic, I guess. Yeah.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's very cool.
Oh yeah. It
Um,
was fun.
how did you how'd you come across the band name Dead? Is it short for something, or I'm kind of wondering if you're a Mel Brooks and Dom DeLuise fan.
Interesting. Oh, okay, yeah, because that one's what's the line from that?
Robin Hood, Men in
DED
Tights,
dead, right? Yeah.
dead, DED, dead.
I did love that movie when I was little, man. That was fucking, or so, oops, that was good. Um I don't know if that's what it was, you know, because you think about when you're creative about certain things or come up with something. A lot of times it could be something just way deep in your brain and you don't even know that where it's coming from. You know what I mean? So, but I remember when we were just starting the band, like I said, we were just trying to have fun and we thought the name Dead just sounded cool and it was simple and bold and kind of symmetrical and it just felt like a cool thing, you know? And then, you know, as we've gone on, we've given it, I think we've tried to look into it as to like what it could mean, maybe deeper than that, but really that's the honest answer. It just looks cool and it sounded cool. And that was really the beginning of it. And we kind of grew up loving Korn, you know, being kids when Korn was first coming out. And I remember them saying like Korn is a dumb name, but the music makes it cool, you know? And I think that's always resonated with me in a way. You know, we can't all have Rage Against the Machine as our name and have the coolest name, you know, or the Dillinger Escape Plan, like the coolest names. Like, so I think, you know, just the music makes the name cool, the logo, the artwork, the band, the aesthetic, the whole thing. I think that really makes the name cool. So I think that was kind of the mentality.
Growing up with, I mean, growing up on Corn as well.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it would have been like to tour with them
Oh,
back when you
dude,
did.
for sure. Well, we toured with them in 2017. We went out with them actually, which is pretty amazing. But you're talking about back in the day, in like the 90s or whatever.
Oh, that would have been even crazier. I mean, I thought it would have been cool now, even though, you know, like I'm sure they're all settled down quite a bit from what
Yeah.
they were back in the, you know, back
Yeah.
then. But
Yeah.
still,
They're a lot more mellow, well, at least now, but you know, they're still super fun guys, very family. You know, the tour feels like a family oriented thing. Like we didn't, you know, nobody treats you like you know, even though we were brand new when we went out with them, nobody treats you like an opener or anything like that. It was very just like, yo, come out on stage and hang out, do whatever you want. I remember Stone Sour was on that tour too, and it was like the third or fourth show. Like Corey Taylor rolled up, and he was super cool too, of course, and just rolled up and was like, "Dude, you want to come sing this song right now?" And unluckily, it was like a song I didn't know the lyrics to. I was like, "I don't know the lyrics to this one," you know. So if it was like Through Glass or something, I would have, you know, I would have just grabbed it and gone, man. But anyway, yeah, that was super fun. It's fun to think back on that. Like that was when we first started kind of touring. That was really our first tour, I think, other than we did like a short icy Insane Clown Posse tour actually when we first
oh,
started. Yeah, it was 3 or 4
how,
shows just regionally, like New Mexico, California, Arizona. So it was rad.
were you embraced by the Juggalos?
We were, man, that was crazy because we you know, we rolled in like let's just do this. Let's, you know, let's just see what happens, you know, whatever. And when we got in there, you know, like everybody started kind of telling us you say whoop whoop and family and all those things. And so went up on stage, just kind of started going for it, and everybody was just hollering. And they get down with like, you know, groovy metal, heavy stuff too. So like, I feel like it worked pretty well together.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, you'll meet a juggalo, and then it's almost like you meet a biker at Sturgis or something. Like they've got a totally different life outside of that. You know, that's just their outlet. Which, you
Right.
know, I
Right.
think I think it's great. There's bands like you that you know, bring that heavy music and play live shows. I'm assuming you really enjoy playing live.
Love it. Absolutely love everything about it. I love being in a room with people and just sharing that energy. And it's like to me, it's like a religious experience. It's this unification of everybody, and you're all synced up on the same rhythm and frequency. It's like going through all of our hearts and linked into our being, you know, and we're all connected in that sense. And there's no politics, and there's no crap. It's just like just humans sharing beauty and rhythm and light and energy. It's like, it's amazing, man. It's, you go to a show, you feel good, you know, you feel
Hell yeah.
good during it and you feel good after it. You feel like, so I love going to shows. I love being around the community. I love talking about music. It's my favorite thing. I love it. Yeah, it's really awesome.
Hell yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to checking out this full album again out Friday.
Yeah.
Uh, Resent. Are you taking physical copies on tour with you or anything? Or are you
Yeah.
going all digital or?
We'll have CDs, and I think we'll have vinyl in time. I don't know if we'll have them from the first couple shows, but we will have vinyl as well, and a bunch of merch and the whole thing. And yeah, the tour is going to be sick. So it's like a costume, contest tour too. So everybody dress up Halloween style. It's gonna be rad.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get you again a month from today. You're around Des Moines, October 16th. Social media. I mean, pretty much you Google DED band, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll pop up. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well,
man.
Joe, I know you're a busy guy, especially getting ready to take off. So, I want to thank you so much for taking the time today. It was great chatting with you, and uh,
Likewise, brother.
yeah, we've been enjoyed. Just dropped in. Purpose, be myself, and uh, can't wait to hear what's next, brother.
Thanks so much. I can't wait for you to get the rest of the record, and I hope we can, yeah, maybe hang if you roll out to the show when we're out that way or whatever.
I'm gonna look for a sitter now.
That's it, brother. Cool, cool.
All
All right.
right, take care, man.
All right, you too, bro. We'll see you